Hi everyone. Well, this is the most beautiful day, so calm and peaceful. It's the 30th of December 2025, and this is probably the last day of 2025 that I will go mudlarking. So what's in store for us today, I wonder? What's the last thing or things that I'm going to find on the River Thames in 2025? Come along with me and let's find out. I've just seen something down here, and I wonder if you can spot it too. It's down there in the middle of the screen, and I can see what it is. It looks like an anchor, and it is indeed an anchor. What a beautiful anchor it is. It's a fouled anchor, and there would have been little stones in that, little gems. That is such a lovely find. I love maritime history, so it's great for that. But also, you know, the anchor is a symbol of hope, and so we go into 2026 with lots of hope, with the symbol of hope, an anchor. That is a very special find. Very, very happy with that. If that's the last find of 2025, I will be very happy. So I'm checking this area out. I've just seen a piece of metal down here which looks promising in that there's a definite shape to it. So does that mean that there's something on the other side? Or is it my imagination? Let's have a look. And yeah, I'm pretty sure there's something on that. It looks like some kind of shield or badge or something. Let's give it a little rinse. Yeah, there's definitely something on there, but I can't make it out right now. Hopefully, at home, I'll be able to. Maybe it's a cat badge. Let me rub it on my trusty jeans. Oh, I hope it's not too destroyed. Right, we'll pop it in the bag, clean it up at home, and see if we can make out what it was in a former life. Exciting. Watch this space. There's a big lump of metal down here with a rounded edge poking out from it. See it there? I wonder if that's a coin. Should we give it a little tap? See if we can get it out. Could be an old farthing. Come on, out you come. Yeah, it's definitely something coin-like. Let's give it a little rinse in a little pool. There we go. It could be a little farthing, I'm thinking. Again, I can't quite make it out. I'll clean it up at home and all will be revealed, hopefully. Well, I have found a few skulls recently, and it looks as if, very possibly, there could be another one down here, unless it's a a piece of flint. So let's take a look. I found this huge horse skull a little while back, and yeah, I think this could be a skull. Let's take a look. Let's see what skull it is. Get it out. I think it's going to come out quite easily, actually. Now, is that a skull or... Oh yes, it's definitely a skull. I wonder if it's rather old, because here where I am, it's very close to like a submerged forest, and so I wonder if this is a very, very, very 1,000-year-old sheep or something. Actually, do you know what? It would have had horns at one time. You can see where the horns were, just here and there. So it could be a sheep or a goat. We will take it down to the water's edge and give it a wash, or I'll put it in my bag and do it at home with the high pressure tap. But let's have a look at it anyway. Yeah, sheep or goat, I would say. And there are some teeth there, just here. There's the eye socket, really embedded in that clay, which makes me wonder whether it's really quite old. Well, stand by for the clean-up. Well, I daren't hope that it's in one piece, but I've just turned over a rock and look what we can see here. It's clearly part of a stoneware bottle. Is it going to be a whole one, or is it going to be half a one? Or is it going to be nearly a whole one? Oh my goodness me, what excitement. Place your bets now, everybody. What do you think? Is it going to be a mere fragment or a whole bottle? Oh wow, do you know what? It could be a whole bottle, you know. It really could. I think we're in with a good chance that this is in one piece. Now, will it have anything on it? Oh wow, that's been there for so long, hasn't it? So protected. Oh, sorry. I've got a terrible habit of moving the camera away from the object. It's been there for so long. Well over 100 years, and protected by the mud. And ladies and gentlemen, it is in one piece. That is amazing. And you know what else? We've got this beautiful bottle-shaped imprint, which is just wonderful. I just find it incredible that these things survive. for so many years. Think of how many tides have gone over that bottle over the years. Let's put the bottle next to the imprint. Oh, look at that. That is so lovely. That's amazing. Now, it's probably a ginger beer bottle. Let's go down to the river's edge and give it a wash. I wonder who threw it in the river all those years ago. I'm not doing a very good job here, actually. Getting it muddier, I think. That is just delightful. And look at that sun over there. What a glorious day. I won't do Sci-Fine's trick of trying to, or pretending to drink it. I'll put that in my bag along with the skull. Now, down here I've just seen something which looks so delicate, like a tiny, delicate buckle. But is that a buckle? That's too delicate for words, isn't it? It's tiny. I'm not sure. It could be. Sorry about the state of my hands. Well, I'll put it in my bag and look at it when I get home. But it looks like the tiniest part of a buckle, doesn't it? I've just seen down here a bottle stopper, a nice Victorian bottle stopper. It's a really chunky one too, and if we're lucky there might be a little bit of the evening sun left to do a bottle stopper in the sun shot, but we're gonna have to be quick. We might be too late already. Oh, I don't know. No, we're not too late. We're not too late. Great news. There we go, look. We just got there in time. The last bottle stopper in the sun shot of 2025, for sure. Hi everyone, thank you very much indeed for watching. The first thing I'd like to say to you is Happy New Year. I hope that 2026 holds many good things in store for you. All my very best wishes coming from me here in London to you wherever you're watching from in the world. And I hope you had an excellent Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. I had a lovely time with my family. They were all here for about 10 days. We did lots of things together, went to various places, went to some carol services, went to visit the incredible Crossness pumping station, which is not far from where I live. And if you are in London and you haven't visited, then do go because it's absolutely fantastic. But everybody's gone now, they've all gone home. And so you know what it's like when you've had people over Christmas and they're all sort of bustling around and making tea in the kitchen or what have you, and then they suddenly all go. It just feels really empty. But I am shooting down to Bristol in a moment to see my younger sister Jo, to spend some time with her. It's her 50th birthday today, so happy birthday, Jo. And also she had a really nasty bout of flu over the holidays, and she's feeling a little bit weak and under the weather. So I'm going down there to help her out a little bit and to just really spoil her and spend some time with her, make her lots of tea and take her lots of nice little snacks up to her bed and stuff. So I'm going to be going down to Bristol very shortly, and so that's why this roundup is going to be slightly shorter than usual, because I just wanted to make sure I could wish you a happy new year, but I have to get on the road and get down there before it gets all trafficky. So we're going to quickly have a look at the objects that I picked out of the Thames mud during that last outing. And what a beautiful outing it was. I mean, it was just such lovely weather. It was so peaceful and calm. And the sunset was absolutely beautiful. So I couldn't have wished for a better mudlarking outing to end 2025. And, you know, I have a few interesting little finds, as usual, here in front of me. And I'm a great believer that we find things when we're supposed to find them, and that sometimes there can be a little message behind those finds. And as I mentioned, when I found the anchor, I was quite pleased to find it, because anchors can symbolise hope, and it's always nice to go into a new year, a new beginning, with hope. And I was looking up the symbolism of anchors, as you do, and I would like to just read you a paragraph, because as well as hope and stability and security, which an anchor can represent, because it holds the ship steady in rough seas, just as hope holds the soul firm against life's storms, and we all have to go through life's storms sometimes, as we know. It also mentions about new beginnings, which I thought was particularly nice as we're going into a new year. So it says, when an anchor is lifted, it signifies setting sail, symbolising moving forward into new adventures and dreams. And so if there's any message that I've got here today for everybody, for going into 2026, it's to embrace those dreams and hopes and adventures. And if you've been thinking for a while about pursuing a dream, but you've been having doubts, maybe this is a good sign that it's time to pursue those dreams and grasp those adventures and live life to the full. So, yes, anchor. Good message for 2026. I'm really pleased I found that. And I will definitely clean it up, possibly ask my friend Christine if she can put some stones back where, as you can see, they've come out of the little holes, and I will add it to my special mudlarking necklace that I wear when I go mudlarking. But I wear it most of the other time as well, not just when I'm mudlarking. So that is a very special find for 2026. And the other thing is this interesting coat of arms here. I was a bit worried when I got it home that I wasn't going to be able to work out where it came from, but luckily the lettering at the bottom was just visible. It would have had enamel on it in its former life, but the enamel has all come off, but you can see what it says. So let me find the right page here. Right, it is in fact the coat of arms of Addie Stanhope's school, which is a school in Deptford. And what it actually says on the coat of arms is Adeo et Reggae. Now, I'm pretty certain that's not how you pronounce it, actually. I'll put the lettering up on the screen, but it is A, Dio et Reggae, which means from God and the King. And actually, Addie Stanhope's school, which is in Deptford, is very, very interesting. And by the way, I did notice Addie Stanhope School. There you are, you see. We've got that hope again in the name of the school, so quite significant. But this school actually dates right back to the early 18th century, and it's a very interesting coat of arms. I'll put a picture of it up here on the screen. It also has a very maritime theme, and there's a shipwright's motto on it. And the reason for this is that one of the people who made this school possible is called John Addie, from Addie and Stanhope. And he was a local shipwright from Deptford who died in 1606, leaving £200 to be invested for the relief of the poor of Deptford. The money was used to buy a piece of land and the rent given every year to the poor. In 1820, the trustees felt that giving away money each year was encouraging laziness, so they decided to found the Addey School as an alternative, and it then became Addey Stanhope School because George Stanhope, Vicar of Deptford, was one of the people who helped set it up. So a really nice bit of history, local history here from Deptford in the form of this coat of arms. And there's actually a plaque apparently somewhere commemorating John Addey in Deptford. So maybe when I get back from Bristol, I might go along and find out a little bit more about John Addey and about the school. The school still exists today, but it's quite nice that it dates back so far and that it's got such a nice backstory to it. Another good example of something that I've now learned, a lovely piece of local history, through finding this old battered piece of metal, the coat of arms of the school. And I wonder who wore that, what pupil wore that back in the day when they went to school. I would think that this actually dates back probably to the early 1900s. What stories it could tell if it could speak. So the coin in the very crusty piece of metal that you saw me hack out of the bit of metal is actually a farthing from 1922, King George V. And then I've got two remaining finds here. The skull here. Now I've been finding quite a few skulls recently, haven't I? I suppose you could probably class me as a skull collector by now, because yes, I do have many, many skulls. This one I think must be a sheep or a goat. It's got the holes there where the little horns would have been. And it's also pretty old, I should think. So I was hoping there might be something I could say about the sheep skull that also represented hope. I'm not sure if I can, but when I Googled the symbolism of a sheep skull, it did come up with strength and resilience. So maybe that's something else we can carry on into 2026. And finally, talking of strength and resilience, this stoneware bottle, because to be able to withstand the tides and the water over at least a century swirling around you, you have to be pretty strong and resilient. And this stoneware bottle is extremely strong and resilient. It's not in the slightest bit chipped. And it would probably have contained ginger beer, I expect, back in Victorian times. So certainly a lovely outing with some very unusual, interesting, eclectic finds. And all I can say is thank you, River Thames. I'm very, very grateful for all these artefacts which I have found. And now let's see what 2026 holds in store and what is going to be revealed from beneath the murky depths of the River Thames. So that's all I'm going to say about my finds. There was just one other thing I wanted to mention, and that is that I am doing a talk at London Museum on Saturday, the 24th of January at 2 p.m. and you can find the details on the website of the London Museum. And so if you can make it along to say hello, that would be brilliant. I'd absolutely love to see you there. So I think that is pretty much it for now. I'd of course like to say a huge thank you again to you all for watching my videos. Thank you for your support during 2025. And thank you to everybody who has donated to my super thanks or my Ko-fi. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate each and every one of you. So I am going to go off now, jump in my car, Go and get my tyres blown up first, and then set off. So I am wishing you all the most wonderful evening, day, week ahead. Do something that you really enjoy doing. Take some time out for yourself, and I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon with more adventures in the Thames, in the Thames mud, or elsewhere. All right, take care, everyone. Sending you lots of love. Bye-bye.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, yeah!
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old unsigned? For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll talk a cup of kindness yet for days.